What's going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns, Michigan, and look at who I found. I found Denny, the Flat Broke Airgun, joining us live tonight. We're going to talk all kinds of junk, including why we're always flat broke. And hey, this is it, man. This is a great time. I'm excited as hell to have Denny on here. Denny's a great guy, man. If you guys have not followed Flat Broke Airgunner, make sure that you go out, you check out Flat Broke Airgunner, not only on YouTube, but also especially on Facebook. Join that group. It is an amazing group with some great guys in it. And let's see if we can't build up some more camaraderie wrapped around Flat Broke Airgunner. So
thanks, brother.
I'm going to wait a few minutes here. I think we're just waiting on a few people to get in here. Let me turn down the heavy metal a little bit and refresh my YouTube picture on my other screen. Let's see what's actually going on. Boom, boom. So what's going on, Denny? Everything good with you, man?
Yeah, man, it's been all right. Besides the lackluster hunting trip with the guns on, you know, no squirrels out at all. We didn't see anything except for a couple of birds. You know, the weather's been kind of unseasonably cold and crappy here, so just been trying to do indoor stuff, air gun wise.
Yeah, no.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, more of the same. My wife's in here. Hey, Brad Fletcher's on. Hey, what's going on, Brad? So nothing, man, not a ton anyway. But dude, it kind of caught me off guard. You said, "Oh man, I'm going squirrel hunting," and I'm like, "What? We got a squirrel season that's still going on? See in Kentucky? I didn't realize you guys actually have that like early spring squirrel outside of your fall and winter." And for us here in Michigan, we get basically September through like, you know, I think the end of January. Maybe it's March, but whatever it is the end of March. But then we're all done. Brian's in the house. What's going on, Brian?
It was a good time, even if it was just getting out and wandering around the farm carrying a gun. We got to sight them in and have fun with that and do a little video and show the beautiful landscape. But, you know, that's why it's called hunting and not shooting.
That's true. Same reason they call it fishing, not catching.
Yep.
That's right. What's up, SkinnyMitch? Hey, guys, do me a favor if you guys are just joining or if you're already in here, do me a big favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Just show me your support. There's a bunch in here. Just click that thumbs up button. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt you. Nobody's going to spam your email or anything like that. All it's going to do is just help to get my my videos a little bit more, you know.
Helps the channel grow.
It does help the channel grow. So definitely appreciate it if you guys would do that. Big shout out to my wife for picking up this new Sam Adams pack of their I think it's their summer or spring pack. I don't know, but this is lawn chair lager from Sam Adams, and what a great score beer it is so far. So Rob Morris,
lagers always hit me hard.
Did you say what? Lagers
always hit me hard. I was like, I'll stay with just regular ice brew.
Right. I don't know what hits me or not. I only brought 3 of these down, so when 3 of them are gone, 3 of them are gone.
That's it.
So yeah, man, happy Memorial Day to all of you guys, especially, you know, for those of you that are like myself and Denny, that have family members that you know, were past military members. You know, my grandfather really sticks out to me. He was MIA, KIA in Korea, so I never got a chance to meet my grandfather. But someday we'll be in heaven sooner or later.
Yep.
Yeah, my wife says Denny needs a tumbler. So Denny, if you haven't known by now, my wife makes these really cool Airguns Michigan tumblers, and
it is very nice.
She loves to send them out and all that good stuff.
Right on.
Yep. And we were drinking margaritas earlier. Thank you very much for reminding me, honey. Gave me heartburn. I had to slow down. Yeah, I love just straight margaritas, just regular lime margaritas. But man, every once in a while, man, I'll get like massive heartburn from air guns and air pestings in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? Rob says that ain't enough. 3. Yeah. We definitely gotta be grateful for our stuff. So, guys, just just like usual, we love having new guests. Don't forget Wednesday, Joe from Predator Pellets is joining us live, and we're going to be able to pick Joe's brain on why the heck we can't get pellets. What's really going on? But just kidding, we're not going to bombard him too badly. But Rob says, Long Island iced teas, no heartburn. I like the way you think, Rob. Me and you, bro. That's why I got to get down to Kentucky, because then I can swing by Rob's house, pick up Denny, and, man, we can just all hang out, shoot beer, drink Long Island.
Go to Knob Creek Gun Range and shoot.
Knob Creek, there you go.
Have you heard about that? Look up the National Machine Gun Shoot at Knob Creek.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah. You sent me those links before, dude.
Crazy.
Joe Norris in the house. It says, never fear, I'm here. But, yeah, no, that Knob Creek is insane, man. Dude, I've never seen so many machine guns in one place, and that's crazy.
Twice a year that happens. We go every year.
Right. That's just nuts. But listen, like I was saying, we always have these new guests on, and and for me personally, I like to hear people's backstories, man. Like, I want to know, like, I mean, how long have you been shooting? I mean, why do you shoot? What made you decide to donate to the kids? I mean, the whole 9, man. You've got an hour to talk to us about whatever you want to talk about. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Denny and let him talk our ears off. I might interrupt you here and there because somebody's got a question, but I'll try to wait for a breath.
Right on. When we discussed earlier about attention deficit disorder and little boys being little boys. Well, I was a monster, and I was just running around causing havoc like a little boy does. So my dad would drag me out and make me go for long walks. With him being ex-military, he could do 5-10 mile hikes without any problem. So he would wear my little butt out and then, put me to bed. Well, one of the walks, we went by a yard sale, and at the yard sale, they had a Red Ryder BB gun, and my dad saw it, and I just walked right past it because I didn't know what it was. And then he said, "How much is it?" The guy said $10. And that caught my eye because my dad wasn't really loose with money back in those days. So I was like, whoa, he's going to spend $10 on what? And then I saw it was a gun. And I was just like, what's going on with that? Well, he said, trust me, you're going to have a lot of fun with this. And we went home and set up a little cardboard backstop, and he started teaching me all about it. And I tore it up for years with that little gun, and that's how I got started. So having a dad that's ex-military and knowing that once you get a child's mind locked on something, they're going to stick with it if they enjoy it. And shooting something I've always enjoyed.
Yep. Martha's joined us, so is S'more. Welcome, Martha. Welcome. So then, how did Flat Broke Air Gunner? I mean, how did you come up with that name, dude? Like, I mean, seriously, like, what possessed you to start Flat Broke Air Gunner and just go to town?
I was going to start a tattoo shop called Flat Broke Artist, and then I started thinking that if you're flat broke, you must not be that good of an artist. So it was kind of a funny name, but not really something you want to take professionally. And then as I started getting into air gunning, I realized that not a whole lot of people can afford a $2,000 FX gun. Although amazing pieces of machinery and beautiful, technical wonders, you can afford it. So I thought, okay, how about flat broke, meaning the lower end of the scale, the intro level guns, because I had no idea that there were 40 different gun companies. I knew about your basic Crossman, Daisy, Benjamin, and that was about it. And, we went to a gun shop and saw the upper levels of guns. And my girlfriend wanted to get me, we've been together for so long, I call her my wife, but.
Okay, all right. So do I hear wedding bells in the future?
Maybe. I told her, how women, when you propose, you get down on your knee and hand over a ring. Well, we're kind of a progressive couple. So I told her if she gets the 50 cal Desert Eagle I want, then, and she proposes right, maybe. I don't know. I'm a romantic guy, so it's hard to say.
Right. Right.
But
or buys you a Day State or a Viroc.
Pardon?
Or a Viroc or a Day State.
I would say Day State because I don't know much about the other company.
Well, the Viroc, the
okay. I was misunderstood. I have bad hearing out of one ear. Yeah. Exactly. Do what?
Right.
I don't know. It's part of me really, really wants to get into the nicer PCP guns, and it's really just, I don't want to say my ignorance, but my lack of knowledge of what's going on. And like I explained to you when we talked, that I'm afraid I'm going to break a $3,000 rifle, and then I'm going to have to spend another $1,500 to get it fixed or whatever. And that's kind of why I'm comfortable with the low end of the market, because if something goes wrong, yeah, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm not going to, throw all my guns in the garbage and be done with it. And I've seen pictures of FX air guns tied in knots and in garbage cans. And it's just like, you got to have more money than sense to do that, because Justin and the crew at Utah Air Guns, they can fix anything from what I've seen. Isn't that who you deal with?
No, I deal with high pressure pneumatics.
Oh, Tom.
Yep, Tom up at High Pressure Pneumatics. Yep.
Right.
It's right down there in the description. But yeah, no, and it's not. Listen, it's not that I have anything against Justin and those guys. Matter of fact, I talked to Justin, and it's just, I live in Michigan and Tom's out of Michigan, and just like a lot of other people, I like to support local businesses, and and Tom's a great guy, and and he can get anything I want. Anything. I mean, you name it, he can get it. Even if he doesn't normally carry it, like my Viroc, he doesn't normally stock Virocs, but I came to him and said, hey, look, I want an H97K. Give me one. He said, yep, that's okay. I mean, that's who I'm getting my Day State from too. So
nice. I was going to say, I don't know anyone that even carries that level of gun. I'm usually dealing with Pyramid Air Gun Depot, that kind of stuff. It's stuff that
Pyramid does carry Viroc, so you can get an HW from them. But I would highly recommend trying to go through High Pressure Pneumatics. But yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
He has a shop, right? Like a store that you can visit.
Yep.
Well, now I got another reason.
Yeah, if you ever come up this way, we'll have to go up there.
Oh, if I'm coming up there, we're going there. I mean, I may have to kidnap you away from the family for a little bit, but
you stay the date, buddy. We can go whenever you want.
Okay.
Saturdays are great to go up there.
Sounds good. We'll figure something out. My birthday's coming up, and my old lady keeps bugging me about where I want to go for a trip, and I don't know. I like seafood, so usually it's someplace where they sell seafood. Right. But this year, I brought up the Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge, and that going there would be amazing to me, because you see all the people that you watch on YouTube and get to see just all the amazing shooters. I think that would be fantastic.
Oh, without a doubt.
And being right next to you, he said that Justin told me that they're 20 minutes away from the shop if you go to where the shots are being placed or whatever. So That's something that, you know, we talked about it a little bit, but maybe instead of going, well, you're going, aren't you?
I am. Yep.
Okay, well, I can't come visit you on my birthday. You'll be busy. So unless we visit you,
You'd have to go to Utah.
There it is. I'm hoping, you know, got my fingers crossed.
Right. Well, it'd be awesome to be able to see you there, brother.
Yeah, it would be a good time. I know.
Yeah, I had no clue. If you would have asked me at the beginning of this year if I'd be in Utah, I would have been like, no. But you know, I became a sponsored tutor, as you know, through Crawford Lift and also through AccuTac. And that's kind of what they like to see. Is they want to see you at the big events. So, you know,
congratulations again, man. Congratulations. That's really awesome. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, thanks. And I mean, dude, listen, it's not that I'm the greatest shot in the world. That's not what does it. It's the fact that I love the products and I stand behind them. You know, I mean, that AccuTac pod that I was showing you earlier is just, dude, fudge. I own some decent bipods. They don't hold a candle to this thing. I mean, my gun is so just locked into place. It's unbelievable. But here's what it is. My wife said no kidnapping necessary. Yeah, my wife likes it when I leave the house. So yeah, if I'm like, hey, Denny's coming for the weekend, we're going to dive pressing the max, dude, she'll hand me money. Bro, she'll be like, here, keep my money and go.
Awesome. That's great.
You know, Brad says, what's your opinion on red dots? So listen, Denny and I were just talking about that prior to going live, and you know, there's an application for a red dot, in my opinion, when it comes to air guns. I'd love to be able to show them to you guys, but we are live, and I can't do that on live. But I would say if you're shooting a gun 50 yards or less, then that's primarily all you're going to use it for. I mean, my Monstrum Prism scope is, you know, a 3X, basically a glorified red dot, right? You can see it in my gun sand video that I released earlier today. And then even the Tacticon stuff that I released like 2 days ago, they can be nice. I mean, you know, especially for just plinking or doing some short range ball shooting at, you know, 45, 50 yards. They're great. I mean, I'd love to put a red dot on a P-Rod. I think that'd be cool. I really want a P-Rod. I don't know why I don't have one. I just don't. But I want one.
Yeah, the red dots I have are really, I mean, basically garbage off Wish. But when you put it on like a Travox and you're out in the backyard shooting a tin can, it works great for that. But it's by no means anything I would do a review on or say, hey, check this out. It's $4 on Wish. You know, I'll go through and say, don't order anything off Wish. You know?
Right.
You know, that's about the extent of anything I've gotten off there. Pretty much is just like,
right. The bearded air gunner says, congratulations again, Moose. Well, thank you, man. Of course, Brian's laughing, and Doc is in the house, the Canadian Sasquatch. Thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate you being here. And how's it going, man? Yeah, I just it is what it is. But for those of you guys who are just coming in, if you haven't already, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up. It certainly helps my channel out. It doesn't cost you anything. I promise I won't spam you or anything like that. And I'm going to be releasing a video here coming up real quick because I did enable the memberships for Airguns of Michigan. And I'm going to be doing some really cool stuff with those memberships that I can't put in the membership because YouTube doesn't allow giveaways or things like that based on the memberships. But we're going to take care of you guys. So, exactly. So, for those of you guys that do sign up for memberships, there are going to be some added perks that aren't listed. So just something to keep in mind. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a video on that coming real soon. But Brad says, you got this. Oh, go ahead.
You'd asked what made me start giving air guns to kids.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, so we figured out the name, right? The flat broke air gun. You know, we figured that one out. But so what was it and when was it that you decided that, you know what, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to start a Facebook group?
It was at the very end of 2018. Like I said, we were at the gun shop. She was trying to get me an AR, and I saw the Benjamin Rogue NP2 SBD silenced, big deal air gun. It was $380 or something when I got it. And she was just like, wow, that's an air gun. You could spend that much. You can get a powder burner for that. And I said, we already have an AR. I don't need two ARs. I want to get this. And she's like, well, it's your Christmas. Get it. So I got it. And from there, I started finding out more and more about the lower, nicer guns. I had no idea that type of stuff even existed. So then I thought I started watching YouTube, and there's a bunch of people that do air gun reviews, and even on, junky little guns, which is what I started doing and I enjoy doing. I've said it on many videos. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy that likes air guns. So, I've had people come at me sideways about I got the weight of the pistol wrong. I was like, well, mistakes are going to be made. I'm not a professional on-air personality either, but I'll tell you if I think something's good or bad, and if it helps you make a decision, and you could buy that gun and have a little better feeling about making that purchase, then I think I've done my job. But again, I'm no expert, so. But we got that one gun, and I realized that flat broke air gunner, that's kind of clever. So we started making really basic videos back then, and I had one gun. And from there, it was target creation and different things, just trying to get content out there and get subscribers. And then I went to a New Year's Eve party at a buddy of mine's house, and he was flat broke. And he was talking about, came to me about air guns. He had just literally dug his old Red Ryder out of the dirt in his shed in the backyard. And he was wanting to know if he could fix it. And, he wanted me to look at it. And I was just like, okay, I just got this awesome new gun. I've got a brand new basic 760 Power Master at home. And I was like, dude, do your kids and yourself a favor. Toss that thing in the garbage or go buy a new one. I'll give you this 760. And when I brought it in that house and the two little kids saw it, they started going crazy. And right then I knew, oh man, I just caught lightning in a bottle right here, helping out new shooters and little kids. Not only does it makes me feel good inside to do it, but the joy that you can bring to a child for multiple years after they get that initial gun is something that, you just can't put a price on that. And I will give up my personal money, my personal time. I hand make these shirts at home with cans of shirt spray and a stencil so that I can get guns for kids. So that's how that's.
No kidding. Good for you.
Well,
that makes me feel even better about flat broke shit that I wear.
I enjoy sending you flat broke stuff. I love seeing it in other people's videos. It makes me feel good.
I should have worn mine tonight, but actually I've got a few. But it's funny too, because you know how I came across you, man. You know how I found out about you. I had just bought my Crossman DMS and a Bushmaster. I bought them both at the same time. And I was like, man, this gun would look wicked if it was camo painted. So I went out on YouTube and I looked up camo painting air guns, and I came across your video with the sponges. Oh, wow. And I was just like, shit. Well, then I started watching like all your videos on like the camo painting and stuff, and I was like, all right, right on. And I'm one of those guys, man, that if you entertain me at all, I'll just subscribe. I'm like, yeah, okay, no big deal. It doesn't cost me anything, it's no big deal. And if I don't like the channel, I just unclick the bell. It doesn't hurt, So, but that's how I came across you, and then I think, then from there, I think once I subscribed to the YouTube channel, I think I started stuff on Facebook, and just never really looked back. that way ever since. So all right. So now you basically started the channel, gave away an air gun. You figured out that was cool, your own money, doing it, stuff like that. And where's the rest of the progression? I mean, what just happened, man? People started doing this out of the blue.
I started getting a lot of response online and people, really appreciating what I was doing. And then I thought, okay, well, why not reach out to Daisy Outdoors and see if they want to help out and take a little burden off me making shirts. And then I could shoot a little more. And they did. And they sent out 9 guns. And that was amazing. Yeah. So now we've got, I think, altogether about 12 guns that are all for kids or young parents who want to shoot with their kids. I had another member of the FBA family donate 2 cases of 3M safety glasses. So now I don't have to get that for the kids. It's every little thing like that can help out. And like I say, when you get a shirt, a decal, or a patch, there's a thank you letter that comes along with that because I am truly thankful. You're helping the kid.
Big shout out to John for donating those glasses too. He actually lives like 10 minutes north of me. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, it's hard for me to remember everybody that has helped me out and donated, and the board behind me has a bunch of stuff around it from different people who have helped out throughout the years. And right now I'm in the process of making a Michigan Airguns of Michigan thing for that sign and a couple others.
I'll send you one.
What?
I'll send you something.
Oh, all right.
I got little stickers, big stickers.
Right on. Yeah, I need one of those.
Yeah.
Go right up in there.
Yeah, right on. Very cool. Well, you'll have to come up here and get it though.
Okay. I'm not scared. I got a motorcycle I love to ride. It'll just look crazy rolling down the road with a big air gun on my back.
Right. Either that or I got plenty of air guns. We can just shoot mine.
There you go. Hey, yours are a lot nicer than mine, so I'm cool with that.
We'll go to the range and we'll get shooting 100 yards with the Maverick.
Nice.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's always awesome. If Doc says when the border's open, I'll visit you too. There you go.
He had mentioned taking a tour and coming down. He's done good things for the channel too. Doc's a really nice guy. He donated Walther PPK that we found a new home for, and he actually bought one for me too. Thank you very much, Doc. Doc's a good guy.
Yep, very cool. Yep. Let's see what else. Making sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. So yeah,
someone said they love their hoodie. Thanks for getting a hoodie. When you get a hoodie, that straight out buys a Red Rider for a kid because of the cost. People say, man, $3 for a decal? I'm not lining my pockets, folks. I don't want the money. I want the money so that I can get a rifle for a kid. That's what it is.
Right. Yeah, I think if any of you guys, listen, man, just like, with me, and I'm not tooting my horn or anything, but I'm just simply saying that, it's really simple to donate guns to Denny and the Flat Broke Air Gunner. You can reach out to Denny on Facebook and he'll send you his address. Go on Amazon and, find those Daisy Bucks, the Daisy Red Riders, any gun that you want, really. And that's what I did. Just drop ship them right on his doorstep, and let him give away. And I mean, listen, we can always give away air guns ourselves, and you guys know I do. I have air gun giveaways like all the time. We got one coming up at the end of June for that AccelCon. And some of them I get donated, and some of them I buy myself. At Christmas time, I'm giving away an FX air gun, and I'm buying that gun. So somebody's going to win an FX air gun at Christmas time, and you're welcome. I look forward to seeing you guys talking about it. But
a very Merry Christmas.
Border Patrol. But yeah, down to one more after this one.
So what's your next big shooting plans, extravaganza kind of deal, video going on?
Oh, well, I'm shooting in the morning. I got to do a follow-up video on the HW97K. So I already shot the first part of it, and that was prior to having Tom put his kit in it. And so I took some basic chronograph. I'm going to do chronograph again and just kind of give everybody an idea of what kind of FPS I got. And I already know the answer to that, but I'm going to shoot a video on it. Yeah. And I'm going to probably end up shooting my BSA tomorrow as well. I haven't taken the BSA out to sight it in yet, and I really want to do that. I love that gun. It is my hunter field target gun, and there is no. Oh, dude, the trigger on that thing is just freaking butter. It is such a nice trigger. So I'm really looking forward to getting that thing out as well. But yeah, Pyramid Air, Amazon, and Airgun Depot will drop ship to FBA anytime. Yep, absolutely. I knew I should have ordered more beer. Right, exactly. Yep, Backyard Sniper says, "What's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late." Yeah, Backyard Sniper says, "Great video. Thank you." Gonna go do cake and ice cream with the kids, guys. All right, cool, man. Yeah, hope you had a great Memorial Day as well, and you remembered fallen heroes, because that's really what it's all about, is remembering the people that fought so that we can shoot air guns, and that we can do these lives, and have the kind of camaraderie that we do. Michigan Air Gun in the house. What's up, Dave?
God bless the American warfighters.
Right. Backyard Sniper, because I wanted you to ask that dumb question. That's why there's no video of me shooting it. Honestly, actually, I answered that question. The real answer to that question is it was raining when I shot that video. And our shooting lanes at my shooting club are kind of narrow. And there's nowhere for me to actually put the camera unless it's like right behind me. Like, I mean, I could set it up behind me, but they're also they have those cross beams that go across, so that way if people are shooting rifles and their rifle raises up, it doesn't just go flying into the air. So there's no way to angle the camera to see where I'm shooting and then watch what I'm shooting to. So that's why there's no video of me shooting. But that certainly wasn't you doubting that I actually took those shots, because that would hurt my feelings very badly. I would never lie to you guys. If you guys haven't figured that out by now, then I don't know. Maybe I'm not the channel for you to watch if you're second guessing the fact that I would never lie to you guys, because I won't. It's the reason that I never reviewed the guns that I have, because I'm not going to badmouth the company either. So, I'm kind of in a pickle, because I'm certainly not going to lie to you guys.
Some companies deserve to be badmouthed by their own actors. If they,
that is true. I know. I'm totally busting your balls, dude. I know that you didn't think that. I was just totally messing with you. But
if they had solid customer service and quality products and back their stuff up, I wouldn't bust on them. I've only busted on like 2 companies, and that's because they basically literally told me, "You bought it, you deal with it." And it's like, wow, man, really? I mean, that my hard-earned money that I spent out of my pocket, and that's it? Can't do nothing? They were like, I said, "You can even send me a hat?" And they're like, "Nope, hats are $25. And I was just like, okay, man. They caught it on a YouTube video.
Right.
So
Dave says, "I'll say it." It's more fun watching them ripping and tearing. Yeah, and and honestly, most of the time, you guys know that I always try to include some shooting in there. But like I said, it was literally pouring like buckets that when I was shooting that video. So I didn't really want to put my GoPro, even though it's waterproof. I didn't want to put my GoPro out in the pouring rain. It is in a media kit, So the media kit's not part of the waterproofing. There's an extra microphone on it, that, and like I said, I just didn't want to, soak my GoPro. So, unfortunately, I didn't get any actual shooting, but I can tell you that honestly, I have a Donnie FL on it, and it does a really good job at quieting that gun down. So, I think you guys will. I think honestly, man, the gun stand, and Denny and I were talking about it beforehand, and Denny's got a gun stand as well, and he's just as thrilled with his. My buddy JC, Airgun Detectives, he got one, and he's just thrilled with his. He's shooting the same kind of group, like 40 yards, and I'm doing 50. And so, I'm pretty thoroughly impressed with this gun so far.
It's a very impressive gun.
Right. It really is, guys. I mean, and I know there's other companies out there that have come through the same company that built the gun stand. And I don't know. Somebody asked me on YouTube, like, what do you think the difference is? And honestly, I don't know. I can just tell you that whatever hammer spring they picked, I don't know if they could change the valve. I don't know what they did different, but it's night and day. It's on and off. It is.
It's got to be the internals. They've done something different than the other companies who are running the same looking guns have done, because it's a night and day difference.
It's completely different. I mean, with some of the competition guns in the exact same, whether it's the M1 or another one, I mean, we're talking, I was shooting at 25 yards, 3.5 or larger groups. And this thing, I don't care what I feed it, it's shooting tight and nice groups. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Backyard Sniper, once again, man, swear to God, dude, I was just busting your balls. Just having a good time with you. And I would. I did say it was a contender for the Marauder. And, and when I don't say that lightly, right? Is it better than a Marauder? No. But here's, and I've said this before, any gun that I shoot that goes up $1,000, I compare it to the Benjamin Marauder, because the Marauder has amazing trigger. It's incredibly accurate. Nice shot count. I mean, you can add a regulator to a Marauder and to do. There's so many different things you can do with Marauders, right? That make it and just add to all those reasons that, I kid you not, it's my favorite under $1,000 gun. So every gun that I compare, if I get a gun that's under $1,000, I compare every one of them to the Benjamin Marauder. And this is the closest that I've come under $1,000 to being compared to the Marauder. It really, truly is. And that's not a light thing for me to say, but I would still say buy a Marauder. You'll be very happy with a Marauder, or a Kratos, or an Explorer, or a Caden. They're all great guns, and those last three that is named, those are actually made by Crawl for Benjamin, but still amazing guns. So, and the trigger does count, absolutely, man. And I get it. People pull a trigger on a Hansa, and they're like, "Oh, it's a good trigger. It's a good trigger." Well, go pull the trigger on a Marauder and let me know that. Let me know about that good Hudson trigger after that, because you won't. They're not coming. They're comparable. I mean, the Marauder. Denny, you got the Marauder, don't you?
See, that's one of the things with reviewing nothing but the low-end air guns. When I say this thing has a great trigger, well, I've never really dealt with a Marauder trigger or a FX trigger or a Daystate trigger. So, in all honesty, I don't really have the knowledge of a great trigger, but the trigger I'm messing with isn't that bad. If it was terrible and crunchy, I would say it's terrible and crunchy and jerky. But so you'll see me give a lot of guns that are lower end guns, 2 thumbs up, but I'm giving the lower end gun 2 thumbs up. I'm not saying that the Benjamin Rogue brake barrel is going to do anything that the HW97 is going to do, you know, because it's just, or WH, it's totally different things. And I think I had heard Tom on one of your reviews or one of your live feeds say, you know, why would you even bother doing reviews on Beeman or Isaiah San B31, you know, the $80 underlever, you know, well, because someone might want to not know about it and want to see it. You know, I mean, I get where he's coming from, but he's also got a whole store full of beautiful, amazing guns. Of course, he's not going to play with one of those, but I would like to be. I got mine, did my unveiling and review, and immediately gave it to somebody who had all their stuff stolen. And I never met the guy, but on the video, I said, you know, you probably feel like you're SOL. Well, you're not. You're FBA, and I'm going to help you out. So.
Right. Yep. So let's see. Brian says, "You ever shot the Armada?" Well, kind of, because I've shot a Marauder, and that's the only difference between a Marauder and the Armada is the stock that it comes in. That's it. It's the same gun. So, yep, it's the same as shooting a Marauder. It's just a tactical stock. The Crossman 1077 has a bad trigger. I'll have to take your word for it because I don't have a 1077. But you know, listen, and it's like I said, until you've shot a good trigger, you don't necessarily know what a bad trigger is. You know what crap and bad are, right? Because you've shot crappy triggers and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you've shot bad triggers and you're like, well, it's better than the crappy one. So it's not a bad trigger compared to what I've shot in other air guns. But you know, when you feel a true two-stage smooth Marauder trigger, where you pull that trigger back and it clearly and definitely hits that wall, and then you barely give it pressure and that gun goes off, and you're like, wow, is that very smooth? That's when you're going to be like, oh yeah, I get what Moose is saying about that Hudson trigger. That's gritty and grindy, and it's really hard to feel first and second stage, and you know, and it's tough to, you know, and listen, it's not I'm trying to badmouth anybody's guns, but there's truth and then there's lies, guys. And you know, if I was like, all I did was walk around and say, oh yeah, I agree, man, Hoxton's got an amazing trigger, well, then I'd be lying to you guys, you know, and I don't want to lie, you know. Dude, I'm taking my cue from you. Any contest I win, the prize goes to the youngest shooter. There you go. I love Gambo triggers.
I love hearing that. I love it when people take time out of their life to send me something so that I can turn around and give it to somebody else and make that person's day. And every time when someone does that, I try to give them props in the video if they want it, because I've had people that don't want to be acknowledged. They just want to help out other people from the kindness of their own heart. Yep. So I think that's awesome. And I'll do everything I can to help promote that.
Yep. Yeah, see, there you go. Backyard sniper. The Armada has such a clean, definite break point, extremely predictable. Exactly. And that is a Marauder trigger. I mean, like I said, there's no difference between a Benjamin Marauder and a Benjamin Armada other than the stock that it comes in. So, you know, and that just goes to show it's an amazing trigger for what it is. And if you take a little bit of time and tear it apart and polish it and give it a little molly grease there, it's even better. You can definitely make it even better.
My gauntlet, Hajimoto, took it in and he did trigger work on it. And I was, you know, it was crunchy and grindy when I first got it. And when he sent it back, then I found out what a good trigger is, because he buffed, polished, you know, everything. It was like a whole world of difference. So I have a little better knowledge of what a good trigger is, thanks to Hajimoto. Thanks, Haji.
Right. Yeah, backyard sniper, that's exactly right, because the Armada is in a tactical chassis. It is going to be heavier, a lot heavier. But other than that, there's no difference. The mechanics are all the same. They're identical, other than the stocks. I love Gambo trigger, laugh out loud, change my mind. I don't need to change your mind, dude. Good luck, Brad. Keep going with those camos, buddy. You're the man. Woo! Listening.
That Picatinny rail.
Brian with the bug assault. Hell yeah, dude. Mine's upstairs. I don't get flies down here in my basement, but I do upstairs because my son likes to leave the doors open.
Do you guys use table salt in that, or do you have to buy?
No, I table salt. I just use regular table salt, Morton's.
Okay, we looked into getting one of those since I had seen somebody getting them, and then
Yeah.
it was like it's $50 for a thing of salt. I was like,
no. Just use regular table salt, dude. And the coarser, the better, because you get a really good ass one. Peter with the super chat of $4.99. Peter, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate all those donations. Hopefully, Peter, one of these days, man, dude, I just appreciate you, man, just handing out that money to me, man. That's what happens to those flying targets. Yeah. Peter, how are we, guys? We are good.
Well, thanks for asking.
Yep.
And thanks for helping Moose with the donation. That's awesome of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm planning on taking all the money that I earned from YouTube and just putting it right back into the channel.
That's awesome. That was my plan.
Right.
Just keep helping out the kids.
Right. Yeah, Doc says anything up there over 500 FPS requires a gun license. Well, that probably rules out the bug assault because them little suckers fall And that's why I don't live in Canada. But I do like to visit Canada. I spent a lot of time visiting Canada.
I've never been yet, but
oh yeah. Dude, when we were kids, man, is Skinny in here tonight? He was in here earlier. Yeah, we used to go over when we were kids, dude, because the legal drinking age in Canada was 19. Well, we were like 16 and got our licenses. We figured out there's a place in Pontiac where we could go get fake IDs. And dude, we would drive across the border. No problem at all. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, we go over to Don Cherry's and just tear it up at the hockey bar, man, and just have a riot. And then, come back. And of course, they'd always say, back then the borders were a lot different. It was like citizenship. We'd be like U.S. They'd be like, where are you guys going? We're going over to Mother's Pizza to have some pizza and hang out with some friends. All right, have a nice trip. Man, we'd come back. They'd be like, where did you guys come from? Oh, we were at Mother's Pizza. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, well, we were hanging out with our friends, and then it's crazy.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Chicago, so we did basically the same thing, but we went to Wisconsin. Their drinking was 18, so we were able to go over there just for like 2 years, and then it all went up to 21, and it got us on that deal.
Right. Doc says we have real big. Yeah, whatever, bro. Let's see. You can salt your French fries from across the table. Exactly, Rob. I actually salted my steak. I shot my steak a few times with my August salt. But real here.
So we had talked about starting to swedge pellets. Not really for sale because that would be a whole other job, but have you thought about any more about doing that just for your own personal supply?
The problem with swedging is that it's very expensive. That it's not cheap, guys. It's not like, I thought about pouring slugs because I capture all my lead from what I shoot, and the shot. I'll just hang it back. I got a question. Yeah, right on, Brad. Yeah, we're always here to answer questions, man. Anytime you got a question, if I don't know the answer, we'll definitely find out. But honestly, like I said, it's so expensive. I looked into swedging. Just the swedging machine alone, one that could do the slugs that I would want to swedge, which would be 35 and larger caliber, is like almost $2,000 just for the unit that swedges. Then you got to buy dye, and you got to buy dyes for each one that you want to do. So it's not like one dye does all the different stuff. So if you want a boat tail, you know, you got one dye. If you want like a hollow point, it's another dye. You know, and it starts adding up, man. And I went through a couple of different companies trying to like figure it out. Even before buying, lead, I mean, I was at like $4,500. And, you know, I thought I was doing something wrong. So I reached out to Tom Holland, who he swedges all of his stuff. And he said, oh, no, that's right on par. So I'm just like, dude, like, I mean, I would have to sell them if I was going to do that. I'd have to recoup some of my money somehow. And I mean, that, like I said, that's before buying lead. So then I thought, well, maybe I make big bore. You're exactly right. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll just pour my own slug. Because, you know, I can get a 457 slug mold, and I can get a 35 slug mold, and I've got a ton of used lead. So, you know, I mean, yeah, field targets. Oh, he's in here. Yeah, corporate equipment just got started. Is 2,600 for the larger caliber, at 177 around 2,000. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I was looking for like fours by the time I thought I had what I needed. You know, and to me, that's just a ton of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, but so I had to ask myself: the more economical for me to swedge my own stuff, or the more economical for me just to support Nick Nielsen and buy NSA slugs that my guns all love and I love too. You know, I mean, I can buy a lot of Nielsen ammo for $4,500.
Oh yeah,
more than I would probably shoot for deer. So,
yeah, since this whole ammo shortage thing has been coming up, I've been stockpiling on just the most basic Crossman dome kind of stuff, just so that I'm not hoarding it. I leave stuff behind. I only buy a couple of tins every time I go, but every time we go grocery shopping at Walmart, I'm picking up a couple tins, and it's because later down the road, even though it may not be the best shooting pellet, it may get you a squirrel if you know you're eating squirrel. So you know,
yeah.
I try to keep a wide variety from the cheapest, most widely available, all the way up to JSB 30 cal and stuff that's really hard to get nowadays, it seems.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, dude, I've got probably 30 tins of 30 cal. I probably got 20 tins of 25 cal. Probably got 20 tins of 22 cal. And they're all either JSB or FX. But that's another reason I stock up on whole targets, right? Because these are the targets that feed your targets. So you shoot these little suckers, they blow up. They're made with animal food. And then the squirrels come in and you get to shoot the squirrels, and then you get to have some dinner.
That's just a completely brilliant idea. 2 thumbs up to whole targets. That's just genius.
I think George is in here. George, you still with us here, buddy? I'm pretty sure George is still here.
I can't believe that hadn't been thought of a long time ago. That's genius.
There's the little dinosaurs that he made for Buck.
Yeah, that is so sweet. That is awesome.
Yep.
We show George
all the time, man. I shot him today.
I was watching one of your videos where it took like 3, 4, 5 shots to get this. I figured it's animal food, so if you hit it, that thing's just going to disappear. No, you had to keep putting it back up, setting it up, shooting it, putting it back up. I was like, man, what do they bind that together with? Molasses? Did it have to be harder than that? But I'm sure that's a big trade secret.
There you go. There he is right there. George Kinsey. That is the owner of Whole Targets. And if you guys are interested, as a matter of fact, today, I think George has got a 50% off deal going on Whole Targets. So if you actually go to www.whole-targets.com, you can get 50% off these. If you miss it today, you can go on there to Whole Targets, and you can just Google Whole Targets. They come right up. But if you do miss the Memorial Day sale today, then you can use discount code AOM, which gets you 30% off your Whole Targets as well. And yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Yep, 50% off for Memorial Day. So definitely, and listen, and not only that, but George is a vet, and he's a verified vet. So for those of you guys that don't know the difference, George has actually been verified by the United States government as he was an actual vet. He's not one of those companies that's trying to get you to buy his stuff, claiming to be a vet, but never been a vet. So,
Thank you very much for your service, George. God bless the American war fighters.
Absolutely. Thank you, George. What's that website again? Oh, Mood started. Oh, sorry. It is George. Put up your website. I think it's this. I'm pretty sure it's that. Let me click on it and see if it works. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I was trying to be a big shot drinking out of bottles, man. I had to go flat broke.
Right? Okay, I was wrong. It's not, there's no hyphen. It's just www.fulltargets.com. There you go. There it is. And then George said, flat broke, send me your address and I will send you the larger targets. There you go.
Absolutely. Do they have like specific different animal feeds? Like, do they have like stuff specifically for birds and squirrels, or I don't even know how it works. I've been watching their product online, and you promote it, and they're I'm subscribed and a friend of theirs on Facebook, and I've been very interested in the product, especially after watching your video and how durable they were. And I got all kinds of questions about it. So yeah, I'll definitely be getting a hold of you, George, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you do a review on those too.
It's going to be a great review because there's nothing else like I said about RX targets. Once you get something of that level, everything else has to compare to it, like you and the Marauder. And that's a product. There is no other product like it. So of course it's going to get boom. There you go. Awesome target setup. I love mine. David Butowski is a great guy and really a nice dude.
Yep, for sure he is.
And again, he's right there, RX Target Systems, someone that's helped out the channel. And I tried again as much as I can. Boom, yeah, that's nice. You and your jazzy shirts made by professionals.
Jazzy hands.
I do this, man. This is how I rock it over here, right. Kentucky style.
That's funny.
I've been thinking about getting some professionally made shirts to help free up some shooting time, so I'm not just printing up shirts. But when you get to start talking to the people and you understand that they understand it's not just a T-shirt, and it kind of feels good taking that time out, hooking the people up, and it's cool to me. I don't mind doing it.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Fiachi was just messaging me, wanting me to review some more of their stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, dude, honestly, they got some pretty decent shit, to be honest with you.
Do what?
So they have some really decent stuff, to be honest with you.
Oh, I misunderstood you. I'm not going to repeat it because we're what I thought you said.
Oh.
Some great POS. And I was like, great POS? How does that work? It's either POS or it's great.
Yeah. Got that right. Kentucky style, he says.
So what are you going to be competing at Rocky Mountain Air Gun Challenge? What are you competing in?
So I entered everything except speed. So I'll be doing 100-yard marksman, and I'll be doing I'll take my Texan 457 and do the slugger challenge. So that's shooting up to 300 yards up the side of a mountain.
I'd watched some videos on what has happened in years past. Some of the house that they stay at, or the majority of the high-end shooters, the team members, that beautiful mansion with the indoor pool and all that. Just, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like if I'm supposed to be staying where I'm supposed to be staying, but Doug Dishler, one of the guys that follows along, and then Andrew, we're all driving out to Utah. I didn't want to fly with my guns because I'm taking 3 guns and an air tank, and I didn't want to have to drain everything and then pray to God that everything makes it to the airport at the same time. Because let's face it, man, if they lose your gun and transport, you're hosed. I mean, it's not like you can just run to Walmart and pick up another one. You know, I mean, so I was like, you know what, why don't we just drive? And everybody's like, all right, let's just drive. So we're going to drive, and then my wife's getting us a hotel somewhere. We don't know where yet, you know. But hey, you want to go, man? You let me know. We'll try to snag you a room in the same hotel. my wife is the queen of finding the deals at hotels. Like I just tell her, so far I'm like, look, we need 2 rooms, 1 hotel within an hour away from the event. You know, preferably 45 minutes tops. But you know, I mean, we are in the middle of Utah, so. But Sam Houston, I'll drive you. There you go. So yeah, so we're just driving, man. We figured it'll be a good time, and you know, right now we got 3 guys going. I mean, split gas 3 ways. I mean, it ain't no big deal. Martha says, "Hell no, my 10 days." Exactly. Yeah, I am way too old to be sleeping in a tent. Like I'll totally get an RV or something, but no, fuck a tent.
See, I've never taken a train cross country, and from where we live to Utah is cross country. And I was like,
oh, yeah, it's 24 hours from my house to Utah.
Yeah.
Straight driving. So we do plan on stopping halfway or maybe a little more than halfway. Probably drive, you know, a good amount and then stop at a hotel, grab some real quick sleep, and then, you know, take a shower, take a shit, whatever. And then back on the road and finish up our next day.
Part of me is really looking forward to it, and then part of me is like, you know, a kid before Christmas because I don't know what's going on. I've never been to anything like this. This will be my first real event if I end up making it. And you know, I'm gonna be a wreck before going there because it's just all new and crazy. So I'm going to Utah Airguns. I've tried to, you know, they don't have paper catalogs, and going online and checking out their stuff to me just seemed a little confusing because unless you know the names of the stuff that you're looking for, it's not really like a site you can just roll through page after page after page.
Right.
And I found myself looking at stuff that was way out of my skill level and price level, and it's like I just need to go there. And when I talk to Thaddeus and Justin, both of them are like, come on, come out.
Right. So, yeah, I agree. Bring your camera and, you know, shoot a flat broke air gunner at RMAC and, you know, come hang out, drink beers with us and, you know, and have a good time.
Part of me wants to do that, and then another part of me, since it's my birthday, just wants to take the time off and just make it about me, you know, just have fun and hang out with good people, you know, and not have it be about content. But, you know, my girlfriend's been getting into the filming a little more, and she may not allow that to happen because she is part of the channel too. So, you know, we'll see. I don't want to just go out there and be a total. you know, but if I don't also want to be underfoot and in people's way and making a nuisance of myself, you know, I'm brand new to the scene, so I'm kind of trying to be on my best behavior and, you know.
Oh, I'm gonna be GoProing the shit out of stuff when I'm not shooting. So I'm gonna be walking around with a GoPro on my, on my stick, and
right on.
I'm just gonna butt right in. I'm gonna be like, "What's up? What's up with that?" I mean, that's what we're there for. And and the cool thing is that you're gonna know a lot of people that are already there, even from your your interactions through like Flatbroke Air Gunner, like Shooter 1721, Norm from 68 Whiskey. I see those guys. They comment on Flatbroke Air Gunner all the time. You're not gonna know.
Awesome people, man. Very friendly, very approachable. Just
yeah. You're gonna know. I mean, I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody out there myself. So. But
that's one of the things that I tried to really promote with the Facebook Flatbroke Air Gunner, that ask a question. If you don't know, no one's going to make fun of you. No one's going to bully you.
As long as it's not what's the best pellet for my gun.
But, that's the never-ending ridiculous question. But there are people that really come to me and say, this gun, what works best for you? And then you have to say, even though it works best for me, doesn't mean it's going to work best for you. But this is what I've found.
No, it's absolutely true. And I mean, that's an ongoing joke question. But, at the end of the day, there's not one person that's watching this that wasn't the new guy in the crew. And I mean, to be honest, back in, October of last year, I still have a lot of questions. I'm just getting into, PCPs and like wanting, and stuff like that. I was shooting air guns, but a lot of everything that I've learned is, dude, I have watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of YouTube. Because if you want to know the answer to a question, go watch YouTube.
I'm glad you don't have to pay per hour that you watch that channel, because
I know that's right.
My God,
like YouTubers.
I'd have to have a Patreon page just to watch all the YouTube I watch.
Field Target Tech asks, what's the best pellet for my gun? I highly recommend Crossman hollow points. Find them the lightest that you can for your gun. Hopefully you got one of those really high-powered guns where you're shooting like 12 to 1500 FPS. If you don't hear the sonic boom crack, it's not light enough. Find a lighter one. You won't hear that 22 caliber crack go off when you shoot your gun. If you don't, like I said, you're just shooting the wrong pellet. So.
Have a great night, Brian. Good seeing you, man.
Who said they were leaving?
Brian. Our gun ranch, air gun fun.
Take care. Let's see here. All right, well, guys, with that being said, we're at 1 hour and 8 minutes, so we are at our time limit. Benny, thanks again for joining us, man. I definitely appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us, and hopefully you'll come back and and be a semi-normal face on Airguns of Michigan. We appreciate it, and
I enjoyed every second of it, brother. I'll come back anytime you'll have me.
Right, and that's absolutely right, Mr. Field Target Tech. That's right. Make sure to use 3-in-1 oil. Just kidding. Don't do that. It was a total joke. Tom, yes, do that. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this. And, of course, we're going to take care of this last video with a little Pantera walk.
Yes.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm Moose. That is Denny, the Flatbroke Air Gunner. Thanks for tuning in. This is Airguns Michigan, and we'll see you guys next time. Be good to each other. God bless you. Take care. Have a good night. Have your